Hello, and welcome to Vicon Valerus Tutorials. In this video, we'll demonstrate how to activate a Valerus system license, either online or offline. The fastest, easiest, and recommended way is the online activation one. However, if your Valerus system does not have internet access, you may activate your license offline. After logging in, we will click to go to the configuration screen. Here, in the menu on the left, we'll open System Settings and click on Licensing. On the left of the licensing pane, you can see the current system status. The online activation status will either have a green check mark or red X, indicating the application server's internet connectivity to the license server. For online activation to be supported, the app server must be connected to the internet and show a green check mark. License type and status shows your current license status or how many days are left until your evaluation period ends. Activation key. In case the system is already activated, the key will be shown here. If not, the field will be blank. The rest of the information, such as the issue date, version, hardware ID, license tier, and the UPP expiration date, will be filled in based on server details and the license activated. For your convenience, links are provided to contact your dealer, contact the Vicon sales department, and for the general license terms and conditions. At the bottom, you will see a list of your currently activated license features and their statuses. In case your computer does not have internet access and you need to activate it offline, you may fast forward to the online activation at 3 minutes and 4 seconds. If your application server is online and has internet connectivity, go ahead and click on the online activation button on the upper right hand portion of the screen. This will open up a screen asking for your activation key, your information, and your dealer's information. Note, you should obtain an activation key from Vicon to proceed, unless you're activating the free Chai version. Go ahead and fill out the details. Try to provide as much information as possible for future support. After filling out all of the information, please press the Activate button. If you are activating as a free Chai version, the free limited version button will be enabled even without an activation key. If you are activating a purchased license, the Activate button will be enabled after entering the activation key. The activation process will take a few seconds, and a message will be shown at the end indicating the activation has succeeded or has failed and the reason for it. After the activation, you will be asked to log in again and return to the license screen. You should now see Activated next to license type and status. We will now demonstrate the offline activation process. If you have already activated through the online process, you may fast forward to the summary at 6 minutes and 7 seconds. In case your application server is offline, you can still activate by following the offline activation process. To do this, go ahead and click on the Offline Activation button on the upper right hand portion of the licensing pane. This will open up a screen asking for your activation key, your information, and your dealer's information. Note, you should obtain an activation key from Vicon to proceed, unless you're activating the free Chai version. Go ahead and fill out the details. Try to provide as much information as possible for future support. This is a two-step process, which will use another computer connected to the internet to allow the activation. After filling out all of the information, press the Generate button. If you are activating as the free Chai version, the Generate Free Limited Version button will be enabled even without an activation key. If you are activating a purchase license, the Generate Request File button will be enabled after entering the activation key. You will be asked to download a file. This will be your activation request file and will be needed for the next steps. Copy the file to a thumb drive. From a computer with internet access, navigate to the Vicon website, www.vicon-security.com. Under Learn and Support, go to Software Registration or click the link in the description. Now click on Activate Valerus VMS Offline. You'll be asked to upload the request file from your thumb drive. Browse to the file. The information contained on the request file will be shown for your review and approval. Once approved, you will now receive a license file. Download it and copy it to your thumb drive so you can return it to the application server. Note: even in an offline system, there is time to perform the offline activation process, as Valerus provides 30 days on evaluation time with no restrictions. Make sure to complete the activation within this time. Back in the offline activation page, you can now scroll to the top and click on Upload License File. Browse and select the license file you received and stored on your thumb drive. The offline activation process will take a few moments to complete. Please wait patiently. After the activation, you'll be logged out and asked to log in again, and return to the license screen. You should now see Activated next to license type and status. Your Valerus application server is now licensed. You can now use Valerus freely with the limitations of your license type.